Welcome, soul family. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I love you guys so much. I just came back from a walk in this cool park here next to me. Really nice trees and like leaves all over the ground. It's almost like a forest, like a mini forest, you know? And there were these roses. Wow. I collected these roses, guys. I'll show them to you just now. And it's like, I'm so glad I went in there, fucking pushed myself. Get out there, motherfucker. Go get barefoot. Go get grounded. You didn't get your grounding in, motherfucker, today. You're supposed to get it in first thing in the morning. But I kept postponing it, guys. I have to make sure I get my grounding in as soon as possible, guys, because it just makes a huge impact. Like, as soon as I got in there, it's like life just became magical. It's like the earth healed me. Like I'm connected to earth, like this weed I'm smoking comes from earth, like we all come from earth in a way, and earth comes from the stars. So we do also come from the stars, right? And yeah, I feel so synchronized. I saw 222 as soon as I saw 222 on the number plate next to me that drove past. The next video was 222. Clicked on that video. The message is consistent, guys. The message is so consistent. It is that no need to postpone your life to tomorrow. There's no need to postpone your life to tomorrow. Live your life to the fullest each day. Make the most of what you have. You may not have everything, but focus on what you do have and make the most of it, because guess what? Tomorrow's not promised, and we all come empty-handed. We all leave empty-handed, guys. So don't get too caught up in the matrix, y'all. Congratulations, you have escaped the matrix. As I said, that it's 222, guys. That's the message. When you realize this, you escape the matrix. It's like I'm Morpheus trying to wake you up, like, wake the fuck up, Neo, wake the fuck up. I was just thinking about that, a second ago before I started this video with regards to someone in my life, and I'm like, everyone gets to a point in their life where either you are Morpheus or you are Neo. So you have to sometimes, I'm like sometimes pulling my hair with people around me, like shaking them. Wake the fuck up, Neo, wake the fuck up. It's funny, like I love to romanticize my life and make it sound like a cool movie. And that's also part of the message, is like choose your words very wisely. Like, think before you speak, actually, like, choose them very wisely, guys, because you have to speak very wisely, guys, because I'm very mindful about the way I speak. I've realized I choose to use the labels I place on myself, on others, on my life, on the narrative very wisely, because people tend to project insecurities. Unhealed people will tell you who you are. They don't even know who the fuck they are. They're just going through the healing process, they're hurt people, you know what I mean? So the message is realizing that you can live in heaven right now, even if you have nothing. If you can realize that, congratulations, you have escaped the matrix. Because once you realized what your true nature is and who you are, when you realize your true nature, without all the labels, without all the bullshit, without all other people's bullshit noise and projections and who they told you to are and who you're supposed to be, society's rules and expectations and all that shit, then you've escaped the matrix. When everything can be taken away from me. Everything. My clothes, my car, everything. But I'll make the most of what I have, because I trust in God's plan, and I realize that sometimes control is an illusion. So I'm just surrendering to the flow. I have surrendered to the flow, and it has been the best ride of my life. You know what I mean? Like, I know it looks like I'm in the driver's seat right now, but God is in the driver's seat. I've given my life off to Jesus. I should sit here and I should say, Jesus, you drive. Like, I don't drive anymore, guys. I just say, okay, I accept what is. Do not resist. I accept, and I go with the flow. You know what I mean? So, but also I'm very active and assertive in speaking things into reality and taking action towards my passions. Naturally, as I let go, naturally I'm drawn towards these aspects of myself, right? So very cool stuff, y'all. Very cool stuff. So I'm speaking things into existence right now, guys. I've been speaking things. Like everyone says it, law of attraction. Have the courage to believe it and speak it, and then take the action. And that's what I'm doing, guys. I've been guided towards this exact moment. Cool, probably university students went to get some food. Now they're heading home. Anyway, speak it into existence, guys. Be very careful about the way you label things in your life. Focus on gratitude, you know what I mean? Because what you appreciate appreciates. It's called the reticular activation system. Think of it like a screen, right? Imagine yourself to be a receiver of source energy, right? And imagine you're like a screen, like a television screen, right? And let's say this is how the reticular activation system works. I'm tying two analogies into each other, right? So if you choose to focus on red cars, on finding red cars today, you'll see way more red cars today, right? Just try that experiment for yourself and you'll figure that out, right? And also, if you were a television set, right, of source energy, then if you chose to see the color red, you'd have to tune out all the other colors and see the color red. But if you chose to see more of a certain color, you could choose to do that and tune into those higher frequencies, right? And why would you want to choose to tune into the lower frequencies when you can choose to tune into the higher frequencies? So that's the message, guys. That's my message. You know, that's been my message for a while. Once I had that realization and started experimenting in my own life and the impact it had in my life, I started sharing it with people like, yo guys, you guys need to actually start being optimistic and focusing on glass half full, because that's the only way you're going to make it out of it. The victim, the trauma, we need to get over that. I understand, like, the country has been through trauma, like the world has been through trauma, like we've been through wars and we've been through a lot of shit, guys. We're still going through it. And we have to heal that shit and move on. And it's all going to happen in divine timing, guys. And it is all unfolding perfectly right this second, you know? And I know it seems sometimes a bit outlandish, you know? But somehow that is just all part of God's weird sense of humor. In the end, it actually is not that like, well, wait. When people experience NDEs, they often say that they experience no pain. When they realized they were about to die, their souls left their bodies. So I'm trying to paint the optimistic picture here, you know. But I get it. Even though we may have to go through a lot of shit, at least we know this too shall pass, guys. Doesn't last forever. Tomorrow's not promised. We came here empty-handed. We're leaving empty-handed. Might as well make the most of today, guys. So anyway, that's the message for today, guys. Love you guys so much. Take care, Soul Family. Love you guys so much, Soul Family. Bye.